Hey, Collective and Soul Tribe, welcome back to Decoding Angel Numbers, okay? And, being an alchemist, all right? So, what we're gonna do is, you guys probably seen a few videos. I don't really do a lot of these because, again, when I do these videos, I like to do it in depth and kind of go through different examples and ideas of how this message or how this video can resonate with you, or, basically you getting more of a better understanding. Okay, I know that everybody learns differently. I've said this 1,000 times in the videos that I've done for this, but a reason why I do this in different colors and I explain it is because I like to learn like that, okay? And I'm going to assume that if I like to learn like that, then there has to be at least 1% of somebody else out there who learns just like how I learn, okay? Actually, even better, they could learn like how I learn and even add on more to it, right? So let's get started. Let's see, different angel numbers and how we can kind of go more in depth with it. So I'm actually going to pick one that's random that, like, I don't even think, I don't know, maybe people have seen it. I don't know. But I'm going to pick a random one, okay? For some of you guys, let's do, I don't know. Let's do, I don't know, 2076, okay? So let's do 2076, okay? So we have 2076, okay? Now, we can look at this in a lot of ways, okay? Because obviously if you add, these numbers together, right? So say you have 2076, right? If you add 2 plus 0, which is not going to do much, it's still 2, plus 7 plus 6, okay? That equals 15. Okay? It's still a double digit, okay? So we want to kind of still break it down into simpler terms, right? Sorry guys, I'm looking for a marker. We want to look for it in simpler terms, right? So obviously when you look at 1 and 5, that equals 6, okay? Right? So what does that mean in general for us, okay? When we look at these numbers, they just look like numbers, right? They don't look like anything, okay? Some of you guys could be seeing angel number 222, 000777666, okay? But then you may not be seeing it like this. You may be seeing it like this, like 111555, okay? Or you could be seeing it like on the time, like 1515, which equals 6, okay? So now that we've made this into simpler terms, let's break it down, okay? So when you see the number 2, okay, so we're just going to do this, right? 2 is talking about, balance, harmony, and partnerships, okay? So what we want to do is we want to talk about this, right? I'm just going to make it a little bit easier to read, so I'll pick a different marker so I can write this all down for you guys and a little bit smaller, okay? So when we think of the number 2, this is talking about, like I said, balance, okay? Balance, harmony, okay? And partnerships, okay? So that's one group, okay? When we look at 0, okay, right? 0 is talking about divine source, infinite potential, and wholeness, okay? So I'm just going to write that down. Okay, when we look at 7, okay, 7 is, 7 talks about more of you know, spirituality, wisdom, and introspection, right? So I'm going to write this down as this, okay? Whoops. Okay, so spirituality, okay, and then we said wisdom, so wisdom, okay, and also introspection. Okay, so these are the three keywords, okay, just like how we have these three keywords, and these three keywords, right? When you look at 6, okay, what does that talk about? Okay, 6 talks about love, family, and nurturing. Okay, so when you look at this entire number on a whole, it's almost like Spirit is saying to you, what are you balancing? What are you balancing at this time? What is harmonious to you? And what partnerships are you coming into? You are getting divine source, infinite potential, and wholeness. This could be within self, or the universe is letting you know that there is something coming in with this partnership, right? Whatever this partnership is, depending on your situation, divine source, infinite potential, wholeness, this is connecting you to spirituality and wisdom. Okay, it's making you go into introspection so that you can see where you need more balance, harmony in your partnerships. Okay, love, family, and nurturing. This is what, again, 6, okay? If you want to talk about 6th house as well, this is about health and wellness. This is about, you know, servicing to others, co-workers, your work habits, daily routines. So even your daily routines when it comes to love, family, nurturing, how are you balancing that as well? Okay, so we kind of broke these down, okay, that we can have like a better understanding, right? So let's go even further, shall we? So now we want to get down to, because we already found out what the core was, okay? Now we want to find out the archetype, okay? I'm going to get to these two later, but we want to go further into the archetype of these two, of all 4 of these numbers, right? So we're going to do this. Because remember, we're breaking it down, okay? So when we think of the number 2, okay, this is about being a peacemaker, a diplomat, union, mediator, etc. Okay, I'm gonna write these down so you guys can see this. Okay, so okay, the peacemaker, and I think I also mentioned something about harmony. So yeah, diplomat, meaning you're diplomatic, okay, when it comes to, you know, ideas and things like that, okay? Union is also significant. And then we also have here, for some of you guys, mediator, okay? So for some of you guys are mediators, okay? So we're going to write that down, right? When it comes to 0, what does that talk about? The void, okay? The all, the unity, eternity. So I'm going to write the void. The all, okay, so it's all basically like the end all be all, okay, and for some of you guys too, when it comes to infinite potential, okay, like I said, infinite potential in unity, that's what I'm gonna put, okay, and especially when it comes to eternity, okay. So take what resonates with that, okay? I'm going to see if I can pause the video quickly. Give me 1 second because I'm getting a call. That, guys. So, yeah. So if we go to number 7 now, right? Because that's where I left off. So this is about the seeker, okay? So what are you seeking at this time when it comes to, you know, these partnerships or this balance or this harmonious relationship that you're looking into, okay? So you could be the seeker, the mystic, the visionary, the analyst, okay? So we're going to put here, like I said, the seeker, okay? And then we're going to put here mystic, Okay, and then we're going to put visionary. And then we're also going to put here analyst. Okay. Now, for the last number here, we're talking about sixes, okay? So 6 is talking about the healer, harmonizer, caregiver, and the empath, okay? So I'm going to write those down too, okay? Okay, so now that we gotten down to like basically the nitty gritty of what it is, right? Now we go back. We say to ourselves, when I see the number 2, what do I need to balance? What do I need harmony in? What are my partnerships looking like? Do I need more peace? Do I need to be a diplomat? Do I need to have union? Or do I need to be a mediator? Or does there need to be mediation? Okay. Divine source, same thing. You go more in depth. You say, what am I doing at this time when it comes to divine source? Am I the void? Am I the all and be all? Am I the infinite potential for someone else or for myself? Do I bring in unity? And is this, eternal? So eternal meaning like infinite, okay? Like I said, infinite potential, okay? Infinite potentials up here, but infinite potential of unity, okay? Spirituality, wisdom, introspection. You are the seeker. You are the mystic. You are the visionary. You are the analyst. You are somebody who sees things for what it is, okay? So third eye chakra could be very significant. Love, family, nurturing. You can show up as the healer, the harmonizer, the caregiver, and the empath, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to go in depth again because I didn't finish. I'm not done. Okay, so we have 1, 5, and 6. We still have these numbers still. And we still haven't gotten to that point. So we're going to do this so that you guys can see. Okay. What does 1 talk about? So now that you've gotten to the big picture, we're narrowing it down now. Okay. 15, 1, okay. It's a lot of stuff, okay? You could put 15 together or you could break it down, okay? So if we're going to break this down, okay, I'm not going to write it down because it would be too much, but 1 is talking about independence and leadership, new beginnings, the initiator, self-starter, manifester, pioneer, okay? 5 talks about change, freedom, and this is about being the traveler, transformer, explorer, and liberator. You put 1 and 5 together, right? Because I made notes about this, okay? So you put 1 and 5 together, okay? 1 and 5 equals, oops, I just dropped my paper of my notes. Sorry guys, give me 1 second. Okay, so like I was saying, right, when it comes to 15, right, 15 is about change of heart, healing relationships, okay? So that could be very significant. So I'm going to put here, because again, these are both the same, okay? This is 1 and 5, right? But 15, okay? 15 together, when you put 1 and 5, like I kind of went in depth of, what each one means. And sorry, guys, give me 1 second. So like I was saying, guys, before, when it comes to the number 15, right, there is something about change of heart, healing relationships, the lover of growth, and heart transformer, okay? So for some of you guys, when it comes to a change, okay, I'm going to put change of heart, okay? And then I'm also going to put here healing relationships. Okay, I might have to move that over. Okay, this one is talking about the lover of growth, okay, and heart transformer, okay? So I'm going to put another arrow here. Okay. And for some of you guys, this is the lover of growth. Okay. Lover of growth. And then we also have here heart transformer. Okay. This one I might have to write over here. I don't have enough space. Okay, but you guys get the idea of what these numbers mean. Okay, and then say we simplify this number. So I'll just swiggle this back over here. Okay, when we basically narrow this down to like a single digit, right? Its own number. This is going back to 6, okay? And 6 is talking about love, family, nurturing, the healer, harmonizer, caregiver, and the empath, okay? So this is going back to this, okay? So again, you are in a situation with love, family, okay? So this is like the main focus. Love, family, and nurturing. And this may not be your own family, like your family that you grew up with. This could be your own family, like meaning you have your own family and you have your own nurturing and things of that matter, okay? So even when it comes to like your love for your family, you being the healer, the harmonizer, and the caregiver, there could be something that you guys are changing in that, okay? Or there's something that you guys need to look into when it comes to that, okay? So like I had said, I like to break things down a little bit more further, okay? So when we have the number 2, okay, since we're going back to this, right? Some of the keywords that you guys could be seeing, okay? And I won't write the keywords down like all of them, but I'll write some of them. Okay. So some of the keywords for this that you guys could be relating to at this time is cooperation and mutual understanding. I'm going to also mention that this could be like emotional sensitivity and empathy, and power of unity and duality. So I'm just going to put here teamwork, okay, just to make it easier. Okay, for this one here, okay, when it comes to zeros, they're talking about the origin of all creations, endings, limitless to potential, waiting to be shaped, you know, the divine womb, okay? So even spiritual resets are very significant, right? Completion and returning to self, okay? So for some of you guys, I'm going to say like a new chapter, okay? I'm going to put AKA the Empress, because the Empress is somebody who creates, right? She starts new beginnings. She creates new beginnings, okay? Not just for herself, but for other people, okay? So number 7, okay, for some of you guys, the keywords are inner knowing, reflection, and clarity, okay? So I'm going to put clarity here because we're used to seeing that word, right? For 6, okay, going back for 6 is talking about, like I said, the home, okay? So the home, having compassion, healing, relationships, and things of that matter. Balance between giving and receiving is very significant, okay? Heart-centered leadership. So leadership is very significant, okay? So teamwork, you know, creating something new, receiving clarity about this, and taking leadership is very significant, right? Now, when you go down to the 15 number, because again, we like to break this down into simpler terms, okay? 15 is talking about emotional healing, okay? Deepened love, heart-centered truth, okay? So let me see if I can get this marker to kind of indicate for this one. And I hope you guys are seeing everything that I'm writing and I'm not confusing you guys. But like I said, 15, right? This is talking about growth and vulnerability, right? So again, some of you guys could be evolving when it comes to your love, who you share your love with and how you share it with, right? So even when it comes to growth, okay? Growth via vulnerability. Okay, that is very significant, right? Now we break this down into simpler terms. We go back to the number 6. Okay, so now that we broke this down into simpler terms, we can kind of understand what exactly we need to focus on after we've went through dissecting all these numbers. Okay, so I'm gonna write that down here now, what the number 6 may equal to you guys. Let me use a bright color. Okay, so for some of you guys, when it comes to number 6, like I said, this is about the home, healing, relationships, responsibilities, guided love, service to others, especially when it comes to like balance between giving and receiving, and heart-centered relationships. So again, you guys could be focusing on heart-centered relationships right now, okay? Meaning you're focusing on heart-centered relationships that benefit you emotionally and physically. If it does not resonate with you, or if it doesn't feel like it is for you, you will not entertain those type of energies no longer. Okay, you guys are focusing on self-growth, self-love, you know, even when it comes to like your integrity and what you will accept and what you won't accept in this lifetime. Okay, so obviously take what resonates with that. Now, when we talk about chakras, okay, I'm going to do it in a different color so you guys can see what I'm writing down here. But when it comes to the chakras, okay, the frequencies for this and how you guys can tap more into this, okay, the frequency for this is actually, I believe it's 741 Hz. Okay, that is the frequency that you guys could be wanting to look into a lot more. Okay, this will connect you to your, I'm gonna write it down here, this will connect you to your third eye. Okay, and also I'm gonna put plus crown chakra. Okay, this will connect you to your crown chakra and your third eye chakra. Okay, for anybody who, you know, kind of resonates with that. Okay, but whoever resonates with this is talking about what you see, okay, and what you know. Okay, so you may see things and know things when it comes to your highest self. Okay, when it comes to family situations, right, if you want to put it all together now, when it comes to family situations, you see and know that you are the one that always puts in the teamwork. You're the one that always starts the new chapters, or you start new growth, okay? You're the one that's always bringing in clarity and understanding to people who never thought outside the box in that sense. You are the one that brings the leadership, okay? You see this and you know this, okay? You're the one that brings in growth and vulnerability to people, okay? So when you want to break this down even more, you guys are intuitive. You guys give purification. You guys give inner vision. You also guys clear confusion when it comes to people. Okay? But I'm going to end it here, guys. I'm already at 23 minutes and I didn't even know it was that long. But I'm going to end it, guys. But obviously take what resonates with you whenever you see this. I hope this was a very educational and understanding video for you guys. If I am going too fast, please let me know so I can slow down. I do talk fast, so I do try to slow myself down when I am speaking for you guys so that you guys can, you know, understand better. But yeah. For anybody who resonates with this, whether you're seeing angel number 222, 0, 7, 6, 15, or 6, or just 1s and 5s in general, this could be a sign that this could be a bigger picture to what you're seeing as you break it down. All right, guys? But anyways, thanks, guys. I just wanted to draw a little heart for you guys and tell you how much I love y'all. So thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching up until this point. I hope you guys could gain, you know, some wisdom, knowledge, understanding based on this video. But again, thank you guys again, and I'll see you next time. All right? Love you guys so much. Bye.